Hi folks. So it's been a few months now since Google made a dramatic change to their ads platform that redefined what an exact match keyword is. And basically it was taking another big step towards forcing advertisers that use Google Ads to use machine learning and to use all these tools that they have and they've incorporated into their platform. So what this actually means is that advertisers have to give up control, the ability to micromanage their campaigns, and have to rely a lot more on Google's tools, Google's machine learning, and all their optimizations features. And advertisers don't always like this. People like control. Analysts like having control. They like to be able to determine how much they pay for a click. Overriding all of their optimization automation requires a lot more work now than it did 3 months ago, and a lot more work 3 months ago than it did 3 months prior. So at some point, all this additional work that we're doing is going to make it really, really impractical to manage a campaign because we're trying so hard not to let Google take over. If you're spending so much time trying to override their control so that you can maintain control, what are you not doing with your time? What else can we be doing better? What else are we giving up on in working so hard to do this, to keep control? If we put all that effort into working within their system, within their tools, then I think we'll end up with way better results. So yes, it's going to require that we're going to have to change the way we've done things, and ad management and everything in ad tech is changing, and we have to roll with the punches and we have to change alongside them. And I think it's time for those control freaks in the ad management business to basically say, okay, it's time for us to make some smart choices and to go ahead and work with these new innovations and not try to work against them. So to me, this is a lot like the way I see a lot of spammers in our industry. So if you go to search engines conference or an affiliate conference or publisher online publishing conferences, you'll meet a lot of these people that do black hat spammy tactics to get conversions, to sell products, whatever the case may be. And some of them are incredibly sophisticated, and it's actually very intriguing. Some of the cutting edge of digital marketing is always going to be those people the people in industries that are let's say kind of in the gray area, borderline legal. So I meet a lot of these spammers, these growth hackers, whatever you want to call them, and I'm really, really always startled by how sophisticated they are, how much work they put into being extra smart so that they can override certain restrictions. They can find shortcuts to getting more traffic, cheaper, reaching more people. And I always kind of scratch my head and say, if you just put all this effort into doing things properly, into being an upright citizen of the internet, you'd have the same results. But it's just you're fixed on a mindset that says I'm not going to work by the rules. I'm going to work 3 times harder so that I can hack all those rules and then get the results I want. Okay, but work 3 times harder following the rules and you'll reach the same results or close to the same results, and you'll sleep a whole lot better at night. So I'm a big believer in that, and that's kind of how I see this whole change with Google. Now overriding Google's rules, what I'm talking about, writing scripts and trying to maintain control of your account, is in no way black hat. It's in no way spammy. It's just a lot of extra work that people do that I've been doing. But it's something that at some point you say, I'm working so hard to not follow the system. What if I put all that effort into following the system? I bet you things would improve anyway, and I wouldn't have to redo the way I redo my account structures and redo all this hard work every few months whenever they make an additional change. So that's my take on that. If you can't beat them, join them. And in general, in business, I feel like it's really worth the effort. Instead of trying to hack things all the time, try to do things instead of going against the grain, try to follow the rules of the game, play with the rules of the game, and optimize those, as opposed to just trying to fight the rules of the game and find shortcuts, because the shortcuts are short-lived, and you're going to basically be spending all your time working the system as opposed to working within the system and focusing on the things you should be focusing on. Take care.